Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So a few weeks ago, Becky, Gavin, and myself took a little road trip in one of our Broncos, went to the western part of Virginia, and we saw some cool stuff. Luray Caverns, went by Shenandoah Caverns, and while we were in Luray, we stopped by Cooter's place. Check out this video, come along with us and take a look at some of the cool stuff, and get your popcorn out. It's not that long of a video, but it's worth it. One of the stunt cars here. Check this out. It's actually a Ford product. Pretty cool. I don't know what year or what this was used for, but old body on it. Imagine that. I still haven't been able to get the actual story on this thing.
So you don't want a picture with this car?
Check this out.
Okay.
I know you can hear their voices in the video, can't you? So I don't know the backstory on this. Is this a remake of the tow truck that was in Dukes of Hazzard, or is this the actual one? I don't know yet. I'm going to try to figure that out. This is crazy. Unit 2. All right, so as you just heard, this is the 1979 CJ7 that Warner Brothers gave Daisy at the end of the show. It's pretty cool. So there it is. It's actually signed on the glove box, and we're going to show you a picture of that. But isn't this cool? So this is like part of history, part of automotive history and the history of Dukes of Hazzard. It's awesome, and you know, being in a garage that was basically designed by Warner Brothers as part of the original garage, it's just really awesome to see this. All right, so this is pretty cool. This is an actual bow that was used in the TV series Dukes of Hazzard. John Snyder, Bo Duke, actually used this to blow up outhouses. So this is the business end right here. And Gavin, what do you think?
That's very cool.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
To grow up and see something on TV, you know, that for years you see these outhouses being blown up, and then here you are at a really cool place, Cooter's place here in Luray, Virginia, with your son who now watches Dukes of Hazzard, and to see something from the show and be able to touch it and hold it, it's actually pretty awesome. Check this out. So unrelated to the show, 1950 Studebaker, and there was a truck in the show, the Gray Ghost, and I guess this is sort of painted that way and made to look, but not part of the show, but really cool here in the museum in Luray, Virginia. It's pretty awesome. Very clean car. All right, so this is pretty cool. Out of the collection in here, this is the only car that is actually from the show. This is, you know, Boss Hogg's convertible caddy. You have to remember this. When you think of Dukes of Hazzard, you think of Boss Hogg, and you think of this giant. And let me tell you, in person, this is the USS Cadillac. Like, this thing is big. Anyway, it's cool. It's significant. And what I like about it, it's actually from the show. What do you think, Gavin?
Yeah, it's really
Would you
cool.
drive? Is this your first car? Like, you want to do this?
Yeah, I mean, the fact that it's real is really cool.
The fender, Gavin, if you laid down, and don't do it, but if you laid down, the fender would be taller than you.
Yeah.
If you stood the fender up on it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, like this would be like 1.5 of me.
But look at the hood on this. Like, we could take this hood and recycle it, and make half of our Bronco. It's actually pretty cool. But this is awesome. This is history right here, and the opportunity to be able to see it, talk about it, is pretty great.
Bulldogs are really expensive.
Yeah, this is nice right here, right? Cool. Can't touch it though. Do not touch it. And you know why? Obviously, this is history, and you can't duplicate the actual car from the show. This is a 1953 Allstate that you could have found in the Sears and Roebuck book catalog, actually, I should say. It's a very rare critter, as it says here on the plaque. But this was the first car that Ben Jones, Cooter, drove when he was 11 years old. So you can tell the car would have been street legal, but Cooter was. All right, so check this out. This is a 1969 Charger with a 383. Now, this is not a car from the show, but the engine block is. So it's been rebuilt, obviously, and it's, like I said, a 383. I've seen this car on a video run. It sounds great, by the way, but you can see this car is very straight, and Becky's gonna follow me over here. Come on, Gavin, let's go look, buddy. Right here. This car has a wood steering wheel. Pan in there and look at that. And this is an automatic, if you remember from the show, it was a manual. But this is Ben Jones's personal General Lee, and it's a obviously it's not, like I said, from the show, but it's really cool seeing something that is exactly like would have been, but it's straight, and it looks good, and it sounds good, and it's really cool. But to see it sitting in here in this remade or version of Cooter's garage is actually pretty awesome. And you know, it's not every day you get to see one of these, but this car is, it's orange. Let me tell you, in person, it's really orange, but it is really straight. It looks good, and the 383 sitting in there, I heard it on the video, sounds great. So it's a pretty awesome car. Now, this is pretty cool. Now, if you watch the Dukes of Hazzard, you're going to see a lot of this right here that you'll remember. If you don't remember, when you start watching other episodes, you'll suddenly say, wow, this is pretty cool. The wood on the back that you can see right here, the garage doors and the wood around the garage doors, is actually from the set in Covington, Georgia for the first 4 seasons they filmed there. Another cool thing, CB radio here. This was the actual radio in the show. The desktop, tabletop, of course. And the pictures here, all the pictures was from the show as well. And I mean, this is just amazing to be able to just look at this, right? Look at the lamp, the old windowsill, the pictures, the old rotary phone here, and it's pretty cool. I'd have to actually check that number out. Looks like a Ford 2-barrel carburetor right here. They always look like the USS Enterprise from Star Trek, just a little stubby version of it. But just seeing some of the history in here. I don't know if this vehicle analyzer was in the show or not, but like I said, we just talked about the pictures and the door and the wood. That was actually from the first 4 seasons. All right, Gavin, look at the actual hats that Cooter wore in the show. Isn't that amazing? Look at that. And I get, when you go back and start watching some of the episodes, then you can start to notice, man, I saw that on the video here. It's just, but being here, watching this on this video is hopefully pretty cool for you. But I can tell you, being here and learning some of the backstories of stuff that's in here, in this remade garage, this inspired by Warner Brothers garage here, it's just really cool. But to see the work that they did to the wood here to stress it and make it look old, and it's kind of smoky. If you look, you would think, well, maybe this was a gray or a white paint, but it would have been white, and this is soot and everything from cars in here running, and obviously that's what they made it to look like. But you can just imagine shooting a TV show in here, and I think with the lighting that's in here, and just all the props, it would be something that you could definitely do, and it's actually pretty awesome. So it's a pleasure to take a look at this. Next time you're in or around Luray or Harrisonburg, Virginia, anywhere in this area, stop by here. It's definitely worth it. Cool memorabilia that you can buy, cool stuff to take away and leave with. We have a couple of hats and a football and some other stuff. But to see the museum here, and to actually see Ben Jones here in his band on a Saturday is pretty cool as well. So check it out when you get a chance.